This month is Women's History Month. Every March since 1978, people in the United States celebrate the achievements and history of women as part of Women's History Month. The 2022 Women's History Month theme is Providing Healing, Promoting Hope. It is both a tribute to the ceaseless work of caregivers and frontline workers during this ongoing pandemic, and also a recognition of the thousands of ways that women of all cultures have provided both healing and hope throughout history. Throughout your day today, think about the women in your life who have promoted healing and hope. This could be a teacher, family member, friend, or other special person in your life.
It's March 1st, which marks the beginning of Women's History Month, a month-long celebration to honor women's often overlooked contributions to American history, like those of Elizabeth Blackwell, the first woman to officially become a doctor in the United States in 1849. Sojourner Truth, Susan B. Anthony, and Elizabeth Cady Stanton, all leaders in the women's suffrage movement. And Harriet Tubman, who led hundreds of enslaved people to freedom. But what's the history behind Women's History Month? It all began in 1978 with only a week-long celebration. It was organized by the Sonoma County Commission on Women. The week of March 8th was selected to correspond with International Women's Day, which had been celebrated around the world on March 8th since 1911. The movement began to gain momentum, and the following year, other communities and school districts initiated their own celebrations of Women's History Week. Then in 1980, the National Women's History Project lobbied for national recognition, and they were heard, because in February of that year, President Jimmy Carter issued the first proclamation, which declared the week of March 8th as National Women's History Week. 6 years later, the same organization petitioned for an expansion on the event, and in March of 1987, Congress passed Public Law 100-9, proclaiming March as Women's History Month. Now every March and all month long, we celebrate countless extraordinary women who've earned their place at the table. And the rest, as they say, is history.
Music changed my life.
Music changed my life.
Music changed my life.
Music changed my life.
Hi, my name is Natalie St. Hill, and I'm the president of the Triad Music Honor Society here at Parkland High School. March celebrates Music in Our Schools Month, and this year's theme is Music Changes Lives.
I think everyone can connect to music in some way, no matter who you are, whether you're a performer, whether you're a listener, or an appreciator of music. I think everyone can find something in its message and in its artistry, in their own culture and what it means to them individually. Everyone can accept it in a different way.
For me, whenever I'm out in a busy street or if I'm just in a noisy hallway in school, somehow I always hear some kind of rhythm or just music going through my ears.
Even if you don't like to sing or play an instrument, music is so important because it's just such a good outlet to relax and find peace and honestly make you happy.
I think music's important to have in schools because it really allows students to have a creative outlet, because especially like in this school there's a lot of kids who are like very overscheduled and take very hard classes, and it's just nice for them to be able to have a creative outlet like music.
Music inspires me to look at things a different way. It allows me to see greater connections both on the page and within the music. It inspired me to be what I want to be when I grow up, as a music professor one day.
I think music is really important to people in general because it allows us to express things that can't be expressed in normal words, and it allows us to explore different cultures and things that maybe are unfamiliar to us and tackle new challenges. So I think it helps people connect on greater causes and also as a form of creative expression.
Seventh and 8th grade boys interested in playing tennis for RHS this spring, there will be a preseason meeting tomorrow night at 7 p.m. in room B107 at the high school. Email Coach Sheevel if you have any questions.
The GSA and Anti-Bullying Club will be meeting tomorrow from 3 to 4 p.m. in room 221. Email Mrs. Beck if you have any questions.
Registration is now open for high school track.
tryouts will be held on March 21st and 22nd after school. Email Coach Worrell if you have any questions.
This week's Character Dare Challenge: Quality Questions. Ask a friend or family member at least 3 follow-up questions based on something they share over the next few days. See how creative you can get.